Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Zoko with a new ESO guide for you today. If you have been playing ESO for any amount of time, you quickly realize the game has many different activities, and as in most MMOs, crafting is a big one. So today we are focusing on alchemy, a skill line that can be utilized by everyone for the medicinal use passive, which will extend the effects of a potion you've recently taken. But that skill line also allows you to make potions and poisons, and if you have played an MMO before, a good way to have a steady income is by crafting consumables for other people. And that's what we are going over today. These are some of my favorite potions to craft, whether for use or selling. It generally depends on what I need to do at that point. Now before we go further, if you find this guide helpful, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I just reached over 300 subscribers recently and seem to be on this upward trajectory at the moment and want to keep that momentum going as much as possible. Also, hitting that like button assists this video in the YouTube algorithm, which helps me out even more. Let's get to it. Now, it's important to keep in mind that these are the prices for my server, which is the North American PC server. While the prices may be different, I know that the strategies can be implemented just as easily. Also, location plays a big part in how effective you are in selling items. You may have to price things lower to pull in customers away from high traffic areas. Sites like Tamriel Trade Center help with finding deals, so if someone is looking for a bargain, they can still find you. So try to keep that in mind and don't get too frustrated if you're having trouble selling some stuff. Starting off this list, we have the Essence of Health Potion, also known as the Tri-Stat Potion. This potion gives an instant boost to all three of your resource pools right away, along with giving you the buffs to aid in the recovery of those resources for a certain duration. If you have the medicinal use passives from alchemy, you're going to get about 47 seconds out of it. This character I use strictly for crafting potions, so he does not have the medicinal use passives unlocked, which is why you do not see the duration reflect that 47 seconds. But I digress. Definitely a good option for PvP. If you're getting your brutality and savagery buffs from skills that you have slotted, then this is a great potion to assist you in sustain. Tanks also tend to use this a lot since they need all of their resources, and a pure tank will have his attributes in health, making sustain a bigger issue. It's very widely used, so it's not a bad one if you plan on selling pots for money. Now, a word of caution if you're trying to buy these, or I guess even price check the going rate. If you search Essence of Health on the Tamriel Trade Center website, which is a great site to get a feel for how the market is for any particular item, you're going to find an extremely wide range of prices. Don't let this discourage you. These are actually different potions. The cheap one is what you generally find out in the wild while questing and fighting mobs. The expensive one is actually the Tri-Stat Potion. I wish they had different names or icons, but they do not. So be aware of what you are purchasing. That goes from buying it directly from other players. Don't get scammed. I can easily see it happening because they have the same icon and the same name. Just be really careful and pay attention. Also, a side note, the health given from crafted potions is actually more than the health given from the potions you find, even though they're the same level. I at least found that interesting. Now you have a few different combinations of flowers to craft these bad boys. You got the Mountain Flower, Columbine, and Lady Smock combinations will bring it to you. Bugloss, Columbine, and Dragonthorn does the same, along with Bugloss, Mountain Flower, and Columbine as well. All of these combinations will make the same thing. This is usually what I sell, to be honest. Again, very widely used. Tri-Stat potions, get you some. Now we move on to our weapon power potions. These are generally going to be for stamina DPS users in PvE. I have seen some builds that use this potion in PvP, but generally it's going to be for the PvE users. This potion provides you with major brutality, which is going to give you that 20% damage boost that's a necessity for DPS users. It also gives major savagery for an increased crit chance, but also instantly restores your stamina and gives major endurance, which is going to give you that 20% stamina recovery increase for 47 seconds. This again is a staple for DPS classes and PvE, allowing you to free up some slots on your bar to give you more skills to put out DPS. Maybe some skills with more damage over time effects, whatever you need. Using one potion to free up even one slot, like if you decide you want to trade out Camouflage Hunter because you're using that, even one slot, in my opinion, is worth it. It's just going to be dependent on what your group needs in the moment. But it's never a bad idea to have this potion ready to go, just to give you that flexibility. The weapon power potions can be made with a combination of Dragon Thorn, Water Hyacinth, Blessed Thistle, as well as Wormwood, Dragon Thorn, and Blessed Thistle. Weapon power potions, again, are a staple for stamina DPS classes. Good option if you're trying to stock your guild vendor with some variety. Next up is going to be our spell power potions. These are basically the equivalent of the previous potion, the weapon power ones, but for magicka users. So this is going to be giving you Major Sorcery, which increases damage by 20%, Major Prophecy, which increases spell crit and instantly restores magicka, along with giving Major Intellect, which gives the 20% major recovery boost. Shouldn't be surprising, I guess, but these are very widely used in PvE for DPS players, so you don't have to use skills to keep up those buffs. Just hit that quick slot button and you're good for like 47 seconds. And again, with those empty spaces, you can put more skills that will aid you in your DPS efforts. This potion can be made with Lady's Smock, Water Hyacinth, and Cornflower, as well as Lady's Smock, Cornflower, and Namira's Rot. That second one, you just switch out the Water Hyacinth for Namira's Rot. Again, this is a very useful potion for magicka DPS users. The next potion is Essence of Immovability. This is an excellent PvP potion and pretty popular. It's a good choice to stock a vendor with this for sure. It really makes you a pain in the ass to deal with because you are immune to knockback and disabling effects. Now this variation of the potion is going to instantly restore stamina, give Major Expedition, which is a 30% movement speed buff, and the Unstoppable buff, which is what makes you immune to those stun effects for a short time. This potion is usually used to break contact and create some distance from your enemy, so you can, buff up, heal, or even offensively use to run someone down. Basically, it could act as your gap closer. That 30% movement speed buff is going to allow you to just be right on top of the guy that's running away. This potion is made with Blessed Thistle, Columbine, and Namira's Rot. Again, it's a great option for PvP and a very popular item to have for sale in your vendor. Now the last potion on this list is the Essence of Speed. This is definitely an underrated potion in my opinion, and it may not be the best to sell in terms of price, but I like stocking my vendor with it, again, for variety. Now this only has 2 buffs with it compared to the previous potions, but still. You get Major Expedition, so that 30% movement speed buff, but also a heal of about 900 health every second for the duration of the potion. And because of that heal over time is why I say this potion is very strong, especially when paired with a class like Stam DK. It just makes you very, very tanky. I know as a Nightblade, or when I'm playing my Nightblade, if I was attacking at DK using this, I honestly try to avoid DKs generally, but there have been hilarious few times when the person I am attacking just decides to heal themselves and ignores me entirely, which I kind of just stand there like an asshole afterwards and walk away awkwardly. It's terrible. Anytime you don't have a good burst heal on a character, this is not a bad replacement to have at all. To make this underrated potion, you are going to need Blessed Thistle, Scrib Jelly, and Butterfly Wing. Or you can use Butterfly Wing, Scrib Jelly, and Namira's Rot. And that is an awesome potion to have in your arsenal. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you need help leveling alchemy at all, consider checking out the guide that just popped up on screen. That will teach you how you can get there in only 5 minutes. I hope you found this helpful, and I will see you next time. Take care.